In this video, I'm going to explain to you my 5 favorite crypto passive income strategies that are working right now. These are all things that I'm actually personally invested into, and none of this is to be taken as financial advice. My name is Adam Winnig. I've been trading cryptocurrencies since 2014, and I've done a lot of research on what are the best passive income streams, and thankfully, I've been able to figure this out slightly enough where I could essentially probably not have to work again if I didn't want to because of the passive income that I've been able to generate. So in this video, I'm going to really quickly go through all of my research and tell you the 5 best strategies that I'm currently using right now, and we'll go from least risky to most risky. So starting with number 5, which I consider least risky, is stablecoin yield farming. And you're probably familiar with stablecoins. They're pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar. And so you don't take on any sort of impermanent loss. And I would say this is probably the safest way to earn passive income. There's a lot of different stablecoin yield farms. A few of mine that are my favorite right now is number 1, Anchor Earn. This is really simple. You simply deposit your UST, which I think is a fantastic stablecoin, and you can earn about 20% per year on your money, which is amazing. It's been really steady for a long time. This is a gigantic protocol that's been around and that is very, very well trusted. You can even do things like buying insurance if you're that worried about it. But this is a really easy way. A couple other farms that I'm also invested my stable coins into currently. One of them is called moremoney.finance. This is on the Avalanche ecosystem. And essentially you can enter this money CRV pool, which basically you're just depositing your stable coins. So there's no impermanent loss, and you can earn about 51% currently on your stable coins. Now, this could be very different at the time that you watch this video. These APRs do fluctuate dependent upon supply and demand and what's happening with the token that you're actually earning in. In this case, you're actually earning in the More token. The other protocol that I'm currently deploying my stablecoins at and earning passive income on is something called defrost.finance. It's another new farm, and essentially you can deposit into this Defrost H2O CRV. I know it sounds complex, but it's really not. You're just basically depositing your stable coins. You just click liquidity, and currently you can earn about 148% APR on your stable coins. And again, as more volume comes in here, or more money comes in here, this could really reduce this rate, but right now it's actually fantastic. And so these are a few places that I've put my stable coins to get them to work. And I've also diversified them across these different platforms, so that way I don't have all my stable coins in one place. God forbid something bad happens. Okay, so moving on to number 4, slightly more risky, is simply providing liquidity. If you go to any decentralized exchange, you can provide liquidity, and essentially you can make a percentage of all of the fees that this decentralized exchange charges by simply putting your funds into a liquidity pool. So I like to take assets that I'm bullish on long term, and I like to come to this website called Coindex.com. And here I can just type in any sort of asset that I want to, and I can go through and I can see different APYs here. I can sort by it and see what are the best opportunities for me to actually go ahead and deposit my Luna, for example. I can see Luna AVAX here. I can deposit both Luna and AVAX, and I can earn 141% on my Luna and AVAX, which is incredible. I'm earning passive income. These are assets that I want to hold long term. I hold them in my portfolio anyways, so this may be something that I'd like to get involved with. Now, the only thing that would have a slight red flag to me here is that there's only $487,000 in TVL, which is not very much for me. I'd like to see a lot more than that. You can see other places that you can go ahead and stake it, or you can go ahead and earn 70% APY here on Osmosis, providing Luna and UST, which is less risk because obviously UST is a stable coin, so you don't take on as much impermanent loss. This is number 4. I like to take assets that I'm bullish on, and I like to provide liquidity with them, so that way I'm earning more passive income in this native token that I'm already bullish on. So it naturally hedges my downside risk, because if price decreases by 50%, but I'm also earning 50% APY, then I've pretty much negated that risk. Also, when price does turn around and increase like I expect it to, then I have 50% more of this coin. My number 3 passive income play is something called yieldnodes.com. I've made another YouTube video about this. If you want to see a little bit more in depth, then you can check that out. I'll put it in the description or a card here somewhere. But basically, it's a fund where you can start with as little as like 500 euros and you basically deposit into yield nodes, and they set up something called master nodes. Master nodes are simply basically a way that you can support proof of stake cryptocurrency networks. And essentially, they pull together a lot of people's funds and they buy these master nodes, which this is their business model. And essentially, for the past 28 months, they've averaged about 10% per month, which is amazing, which is about 120%. And if this was compounded, it'd be about 213% compounded. Now, when you go ahead and deposit your funds here, essentially, they'll be locked for about 6 months. So that is one thing that makes it a little bit more risky, but you do get paid out every single month in either euro, US dollar, or Bitcoin, depending on how you want to do it. I believe you can also withdraw in USDC or USDT. Now, one thing that they've done that's really cool is if you earn less than 5% per month for 3 consecutive months, then they'll actually return you all of your money. And if you look at how yield nodes have compared to other investments like gold, the stock market, or Bitcoin, then you can see it's done extremely well. I do feel fairly confident about this project just because it has been around for quite a while. They do have a docs team, meaning that they're not anonymous. And I do have friends that have been using this for several years and that have been withdrawing for more than a couple years. So if you want to know all about this project, exactly how it works and all the risks associated, I'll include the video in the description or somewhere up above here. But this is number 3, something called yield nodes. It's averaged about 10% per month through bear and bull markets, which is quite exciting. My number 2 favorite passive income stream currently is providing liquidity to FTM Tomb. So FTM is a layer 1 smart contract platform that I'm also bullish on. And Tomb is essentially a cryptocurrency that's pegged to the value of FTM. So in theory, there should really be no impermanent loss. And this has been a farm that I've been in for quite some time at this point, and it's been amazing. It started off earning around like 314% APY. It's currently dropped a little bit. It looks like it's 147%, but still a really amazing opportunity. There's no impermanent loss, but there is some risk involved because if the FTM Tomb peg does fall, then you do have the chance of participating in impermanent loss. But this is something that's been really, really good to me. I've made decent money on this, and yeah, it's something that is quite interesting, and I do really like it. And by the way, before I get to number 1, if you'd like to just follow all of our crypto moves, all of the DeFi pools and farms that we're getting into, all of the passive income opportunities that you're getting into, then consider becoming a member at blueedgefinancial.com/crypto, and you'll get our crypto playbook, which is basically a real-time update of everything that we're doing, all of our passive income plays. We're very transparent with our community. Plus, you're going to get another ton of cool bonuses here. So come on over to blueedgefinancial.com/crypto and try out becoming a member. If you have any questions here, we have 24/7 real live chat support agent to answer any of your questions about becoming a member. Now, my number 1 play for crypto passive income, which just means it's the riskiest, it's also probably been the most lucrative, is something called Strong Nodes or strongblock.com. And essentially, this is a node as a service platform. So essentially, you come in and you buy up 10 of their Strong token, which will set you back about $5,000 total right now, but it pays out about 0.1 Strong token per day, which essentially would be about $1,500 per month, which is pretty incredible. And they've been around for a couple years at this point. They do have a docs team. They're very transparent. They're very open and out in the air. But this is something that's really cool. So they set up these nodes for you. It's a node as a service type of platform. And I've bought 4 of these nodes and they've been really, really good for me. And they've allowed me to earn pretty decent passive income. And it works pretty much just like clockwork. Now, I will warn you that there are definitely risks involved in getting involved in strong nodes. There is slight Ponzi-nomics involved in strong nodes, so I don't know if the rewards will be as high forever, but it seems to be a pretty rock solid project. And yes, there are tons of other competitors like Thor nodes, Power nodes, PXT2 nodes. There's a lot of these other nodes as a service platforms that have popped up because people are so fascinated by earning passive income like this. But Strong Node has stood the test of time at this point. They're probably the safest of all of the node as a service situations that I would say. And so I think it's a really good thing. I've also recorded another YouTube video explaining all of the benefits, how it works, and the associated risks involved in creating a strong node. And you can check that in the description, or I'll include a card here above so that way you can check this out. So these are my top 5 cryptocurrency passive income plays. And if you thought this was helpful, we have a ton of other really cool, helpful videos on our channel. So consider sticking around and watching some of the other videos.